These 5 missiles can destroy the world in 30 minutes. The world is populated with a wide range of long-established missile variants in service. Ever more powerful designs are either in the planning stages or are being realized with the implementation of recent high-budget programs. The nuclear arms race has always centered around the US and Russia. After the end of World War II and well into the Cold War, the world's 2 superpowers raced to build more nuclear weapons, and more capable nuclear weapons, than the other. The intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, are designed for delivering nuclear weapons. Modern ICBMs typically carry more than 1 nuclear warhead. Most modern designs support multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, MIRVs. So a single missile can carry several warheads, each of which will strike a different target. Furthermore, ICBMs carry an array of decoys that allow to overcome hostile air defenses. The ICBMs can be silo-based, road-mobile, rail-based, and submarine-based. Mobile ICBMs are typically more difficult to detect and to destroy prior to their launch. Currently, top 5 intercontinental missiles in the world are these. Number 1. Trident II, USA. The Trident D5, or Trident II, is a submarine-launched ballistic missile. It is an improved version of the previous Trident C4 with greater payload, range, and accuracy. It was first deployed in 1990. These missiles are deployed by the United States and the United Kingdom. The U.S. Trident II missiles are carried by 14 Ohio-class submarines, while the British missiles are carried by 4 Vanguard-class submarines. The Trident II missile has a range of 700-800 kilometers. So even though the Trident II does not have the longest range comparing with other ICBMs, ballistic submarines armed with these missiles can always approach their targets, to reduce their flight range, so to speak. Each U.S. Trident II missiles can carry up to 14 warheads with a 475 kT yield each. It allows these submarines to remain undetected on their ocean patrols. It makes these ICBMs extremely deadly. At the same time, positions of stationary silo-based ballistic missiles are known and are targeted by hostile nuclear missiles. So ballistic submarines with Trident II missiles have a high probability of surviving the first strike, once the country has been attacked. Number 2. R-36M2 Voyvoda, Russia. The Soviet R-36, Western designation SS-9 Scarp, was first tested in 1971. Eventually it evolved into an R-36M family, known in the West as SS-18 Satan. A first batch of 56 missiles was deployed in 1977. The SS-18 Satan is a very capable missile, mainly because of its high speed and extremely high throw weight. Russia was and is still ahead of the West in development of missile engines, and carry up to 10 MIRVs with a blast yield of 0.75 to 1 metric tons and up to 40 penetration aids. So its nuclear warheads are hard to intercept by air defense systems. The Satan is a silo-based missile. Silos are located in dispersed locations across Russia. The silo launcher and command point are hardened against a nuclear explosion. However, positions of these missiles are known. That's why this missile is ranked second on this list. Though in terms of range and payload it is clearly superior to the US Trident II. Missiles that age past their designed operational lifetime are being withdrawn. Number 3. RS-24 Yars, Russia. The Russian RS-24 Yars is a new intercontinental ballistic missile. It is known in the West as SS-29. It is an improved version of the previous RS-12M Topol-M. It was developed both as a road-mobile and silo-based system that would use the same missile. The main difference from the previous missile is that Yars is MIRV equipped and can carry at least 6 independently targetable warheads with 100 to 300 kT yield. Other sources report that this missile can carry up to 10 re-entry vehicles. It is very likely, considering that the previous Topol-M could carry 10 warheads. CEP of the Yars is 150 to 200 m. The Yars was designed to overcome missile defense systems. This missile maneuvers during the flight and carries both active and passive decoys. It is estimated that it has at least 60 to 65% chance to penetrate defenses. The road-mobile Yars uses the same highly mobile 16x16 wheeled chassis as the previous Topol-M. Externally both missiles look similar, but the Yars is heavier and more capable. Its autonomy allows the mobile launcher with missile to operate undetected in an area equivalent to a small European country. So such road-mobile ICBMs are harder to detect and hit. These have a high probability of surviving the first strike, once the country has been attacked. Number 4. LGM-30G Minuteman III, USA. The Minuteman III is the most numerous U.S. ICBM. It entered service in the 1970s. During its introduction it was the first MIRV-capable missile. Despite its age, these missiles were constantly. Various improvement programs are being implemented to maintain combat effectiveness. The Minuteman III is expected to stay in service until 2030. The Minuteman III is a silo-based missile. With the removal of the LGM-118 Peacekeeper in 2005, the Minuteman III has become the only U.S. land-based ICBM in service, and is a very important member in the U.S. nuclear trinity. That's the biggest number of ballistic missiles in the world. However, all of these missiles are stationary, and their positions are known. The Minuteman III carries a payload of 3 independently targetable re-entry vehicles. Each one of this MIRVs is armed with nuclear warhead with a destructive power between 300 to 500 kT. It also carries penetration aids to counter enemy missile defense systems. Number 5. R-29 RMU 2.1 Laner, Russia. The R-29 RMU 2.1 Laner is a recent Russian submarine-launched ballistic missile. It is an improved version of the previous R-29 RMU-2 Sineva. The R-29 RMU 2.1 Laner was adopted in 2014. It is used on Delta IV class submarines. Previous R-29 RMU-2 Sineva missiles have reportedly been modified to the new standard. Each missile can carry 12 low-yield warheads. Most likely that these have 100 to 300 kT capacity. Unusual feature of this missile is that warheads can be of a mixed set with various yields. This missile is equipped with improved systems to overcome anti-ballistic missile shields. It carries decoys. Furthermore, it can be configured to carry less nuclear warheads, but more decoys. As of 2016, a total of 6 Delta IV class submarines, equipped with ballistic missiles, are in service with the Russian Navy. Submarine basing of the ICBMs allow to survive the first strike. However, the Russian Delta IV submarines are not as stealthy as the US or British ballistic missiles. Still, though, these have a higher chances of surviving than silo-based systems. Furthermore, these missiles have sufficient range to be fired straight from the pier, even without need for the submarines to leave their well-protected bases. It is planned that the Delta IV class submarines will be operational until at least 2030.